Hello, beautiful friends and book lovers. I hope that you are all doing well. If you are new to my channel, my name is Heather, and here at Heather's Book Review, I typically read and review thrillers, mysteries, dramatic suspense novels, but I will read the occasional hyped up fiction novel as well. And then in 2020, I did say to myself that I was going to start a new fantasy series. So I chose to start the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, and I have not been disappointed. I have read and reviewed every book in the series, and I'll link that entire playlist in the description box below. I will also link my Instagram, which is the same handle at Heather's Book Review, and my Goodreads, so hopefully we can connect on there. But today I'm basically going to share all of my thoughts on book 4 of the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. If you have not started the series yet and are looking for a fantasy series, it's basically all about, sorry, grabbing my notes. It's basically all about fae, warriors, kingdoms. There's a ton of romance. There's you follow a ton of different character point of views, and it's just a really fun read. The books are huge and massive. Basically, the second book, A Court of Mist and Fury, is significantly larger than the first book, and they typically seem to only grow in size. So they're definitely a time commitment, but you just fly through them. If you like them as much as I do, you just fly through, and it doesn't really seem like you're spending weeks and weeks and weeks reading it, if that makes sense. So basically, I'm just going to get into my thoughts here. And towards the end of the video, I do have some questions for you guys for what you guys thought of the book, and just like what your opinion is on where the book series may be going. So I think the thing that stood out about book 4 for me was the amount of character growth that we saw with Nesta. I feel like out of all the books, just with character growth in general, this is the one where it was most prevalent, right? We saw such turmoil for Nesta with all of her self-loathing, which kind of, explained why she behaves the ways that she does and why she treats certain people the way that she does, right? She was unable to forgive herself for her past actions, and we could see that it was really hard for her to move forward because she wasn't able to forgive herself. And because of that, she wouldn't let anyone near her. So we finally got our answer there. Like, why is she the way that she is? And then, she pushed everyone away, including Armin and Cassian and her sisters, like literally everyone. And we finally got some answers as to why that was happening. And then the beauty of this book was we finally got to see her move on and move beyond from all of that, right? She gained some friendships and formed her new family with Gwen and Emery, which was a huge step for her. She worked to become a warrior and to kind of bring back the Valkyrie. I hope I'm saying that right. And she had that goal in her mind, and she just worked so hard and she wanted to accomplish it, right? Just like she wanted to accomplish being able to walk down all of those, 1,000 winding stairs or something. And she was able to do that. She was a hard worker and she persevered. And, because of completing these actions, she was able to eventually find that forgiveness within herself. I'll be honest with you, this book was not as action-packed as the others. I'm sure you guys realized that as you were reading it too. But that was okay for me. I didn't find myself bored with this book, even though it was significantly less action than A Court of Wings and Ruin, which still is my favorite book in the series, book 3. And that was okay. I was basically, let me read my notes here. Yeah, I just went on to say that the book is roughly 750 pages, and we didn't really get any of that action until, the last, I don't know, what would you say, like 150? I was actually shocked with how little we saw of Moore and Lucian in this book. I really think that we're supposed to gather that they're going to have a huge part in the future books of the series. I just definitely thought we would have seen more of at least Moore because of that excerpt and the pieces she had in the novella, The A Court of Frost and Starlight, had a significant part for Moore. So I was kind of confused why we didn't really see a whole lot of her here, but That's okay. I have a feeling she'll be prevalent in the next books in the series. So now I'm going to tell you what I'm looking forward to most in the series. I want more Az. I want more Azriel. I love him. He intrigues me the most out of all the men, even over Reese. And I want to know who intrigues you guys the most. I know Lucien is like, he has a huge, like, a lot of the fans love him and want to see more of him. He's okay for me. I am kind of indifferent if a book follows him, to be quite honest. I'd rather it follow Az. Do you guys think there is a future with Az and Elaine or Az and Gwen? I feel like after I read this book, I was seeing a lot of people shipping Az and Gwen. So I'm interested to see what you guys think there. And who do you guys think the next book is going to be about? Do you think it's going to be from Elaine? Do you guys need more Nesta? Or maybe not a female protagonist at all. Maybe it'll be from Az's point of view, which I would love. I'm kind of nested out at this point. I feel like we had a really good, I feel like the book was a significant length and we learned a lot about her and Cassian, but like I'm kind of okay if the next book is not about her. And then my last question for you guys is, do you guys see this series being a potential spin-off series where like the gods from way long ago that we were kind of introduced to in this book get like their own series from the past, you know, hundreds or thousands of years way before Feyre and her sisters? Or do you think that Sarah J. Maas will just stop it once she completes this series? I'm interested to know. I also know she has, oh gosh, of course, now I'm gonna blank. I wanna say it's Crescent City. I haven't read it yet, but I know she has another series she's working on too, so I don't know what she's envisioning for this one, but I want to know what you guys are thinking. For my ratings, I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5 on Goodreads, and personal, it was a 9 out of 10. I loved it. I really did. There were some times where I was craving a little bit more action, but it was still good. You know, A Court of Wings and Ruin is still my favorite, but this was not bad at all. I thought it was great. I loved reading it. I flew through it, especially for the length. And I was happy with it. So yeah, let me know all your thoughts and who you think the next book is going to be on. I know on Goodreads, there are for sure at least 2 more books in the series. So really interested to see what that is going to be like. But basically, that's all I have for you today. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next book review. Bye, you guys.